Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Veronica, and today we are building my 100 baby challenge house because it's been a while. We've lived in Willow Creek for too long, I think, because we've had more than 10 kids already while we were living on the same lot. In the second house, but on the same lot. So this time I decided to change the whole scheme of my challenge. So we moving to Oasis Springs, and today I'm building a mid-century looking house, at least on the exterior. I am not sure that it turned out like okay on the interior for this style. But as for the exterior, I think it looks kind of accurate, so I think that it looks cute. And I was trying kind of to match all of the houses around us, so I think that I managed to do that well. It's only one stories house this time. We are not having two stories houses anymore because I figured that when you have toddlers, that is a nightmare to have two stories house in The Sims, especially when you have toddlers all the time. And 100 baby challenge is one of those challenges where you have toddlers all the time. So in here, I thought that this time I'm gonna make this house like kids friendly, like the one we had before, because the house we had before was quite small. So it was kind of kids friendly, but not completely, because in the house we had before, there was not enough space to do some kids activities. And in this house, I hope that it's enough space to do any kind of stuff we need to do in here. So as you see, this house is quite big on the ground, but it's not gonna be like that big on the inside. Actually, the biggest room we are gonna have in here is the kitchen, the usual, and the hallway, of course. I thought that we need a bigger kitchen because I have a club in my 100 baby challenge where I will invite people over and they cook for me. So they need a lot of counter space in the house. So I decided to make a quite a big of a kitchen. And also I have a painting club in my 100 baby challenge, and this painting club makes all the money I need in the challenge. And that is the only reason, actually one of the reasons I would say why I can afford this house, because I have a painting club. And if you didn't know, if you have get together, you can set up a club and you can set a club activity painting. And if you have a couple of easels in your house, then you will be able to make people paint for you, and they will just paint, they will leave the paintings on the easel and you can sell those paintings. And if you're an evil player like I am sometimes, you can even get awards from paintings that other people made. So it's all win, I would say. You don't have to do anything. You just need to sell the paintings and set the club. And you can go enjoy your time. You can even sleep, and people will just paint for you and make you money. So a nice way to play 100 Baby Challenge. At least I do that. So highly recommend for you as well. And let us go back from the challenge to the house. As you see, I mostly did already color the whole exterior of the house. I did set the color for the roofs, and I did make like a slight overhang on the front of the house. At first, I wanted to use something from the base game, or not the base game, just something from the game, but I could not find anything that would fit perfectly in my 1 per 4 gap. So I decided to place there like a custom overhang, which I made just like from a room, empty room with nothing else on it. And I just did place there those square glass flooring pieces that came with Island Living, and they are perfect for this purpose. I'm gonna show it for you better when I'm gonna make a tour. And now, as we are heading inside of the house, you see that we have quite a lot of rooms in here. And this house, in the end, actually turned out to have 4 bathrooms, if I'm not mistaken. I think even 5, and four, yes, 5 bathrooms and 4 bedrooms. So every single bedroom has its own suite, and I decided to make it so just, if you have toddlers, you do not need to go to the opposite side of the house to bathe the toddler. If you have infant, you do not have to go to the opposite side of the house to bathe an infant. And if you're playing with kids and if you're playing with teenagers, they can bathe and they can take shower in their own bathroom that which they have in their own bedroom. But I don't think that that's going to be like quite useful for that purpose, because in the children and teens bedroom we actually have 4 beds and only 1 bathroom. So that's not going to be really convenient for them. That is why I decided to place like a hallway bathroom, which is fully useful for everything you might need. So in there we have a shower as well. So you might take a shower in there. We do not have a tub in there, but I decided to sneak my robo vacuum in there so that it's a little bit out of sight. And I decided to sell another one. And yeah, as you have seen, as you see now, I think. Most of the furniture I'm placing is actually furniture from my household inventory because I just went through all of the furniture we had in our previous house and I was figuring out what I need and what I do not need. And I decided to grab everything I thought I might need. So we have quite a lot of furniture in our household inventory. And of course, I had to go through all of the furniture in my previous house. Because if I decided to go from one lot to another lot just with selling all the furniture I have, I would have lost all of my pictures with all of my babies and with all of my men who were fathers of the babies. So, yeah, I needed to go all around the furniture I have in the house. And I have met some kind of weird of a glitch while I was moving my family because when I was setting my family to move, I just did place everything in my household inventory, everything was fine. And then when I was moving, the game showed me like if you're gonna buy this lot and if you're gonna sell all the furniture that is left in your house, then you will get like 53,000 simoleons or something like that, or maybe 36. I do not remember actually. But then when I was moving, I did not have that money. I had like 11,000 simoleons. And what am I supposed to do with this kind of money? How am I supposed to build like a whole house for 8 sims and more? Because I just try to make some kind of a empty space in case maybe we have more infants that I planned for, or maybe in case we have more than 3 toddlers, or maybe we're gonna have more than 4 kids and teens in the same time. And I'm going for that because, as you know, I have currently in my challenge, I have 1 teen and I have 3 children. So that is a lot. And at one point, all of them were children. So I could have easily have like 4 children and 1 teenager, or maybe 2 teenagers. And how would I suppose to place all of them in the house if I did not have free space for that? In here, I do not have that much of free space, I would say, but in the toddler bedroom, I can easily switch all of the bedrooms to teen bedroom, and I can maybe easily place another bed in my teen's bedroom. So I think that that's not going to be a problem for me, but I just thought that how am I supposed to set any space for my kids when the game just decided, oh, these 40,000 millions are just going nowhere. Like, you're not gonna have that. So I was a little bit frustrated by that, but luckily I have UI cheats mode, and you can do that just without any mods actually, because you could place a cheat to get some money for yourself. So I had to leave the game without saving, and then I had to go back, grab everything from my previous house again. And then when I was moving, I just checked how many millions I'm supposed to have from as the game is concerned. And I was just setting this amount of money for my sims with the cheat. But that was quite frustrating because I did not like that. I like when the game works normally. And I know that it sounds kind of dumb, like I do not like the thing. So that's why I'm playing the sims. And I'm sorry, I'm not joking about that, but I was saying that the game shouldn't work like that. Like I shouldn't troubleshoot, but it seems it works like that all the time. And I know that this game is glitchy. As I was buying packs like one after another, I was buying them slowly. I wasn't buying them like in the order they were released. I was just buying them in the order I prefer to buy them. By doing that, I actually noticed that the game gets more glitchy the more packs you have. Because when you have base game only, game works almost perfectly for me. When I started having more and more packs, and especially the packs that are modifying some base game stuff, like, my wedding stories, or maybe growing together with infants, the more the pack modifies, the more the game gets glitchy. So that is so annoying. So if you're playing with base game only, be happy. You have less glitches than everybody else who has millions of packs. So I think that that is a good point of playing base game only. You can make fun of people who have more glitches than you do, because if you do not have growing together, you're not gonna have that many glitches with infants. So because you do not have that much of gameplay with infants. And let us go back to the build. As you see, I think I should not rent this for this long in the build this short, because for this build I spent maybe a little bit more than an hour. So, and I've been ranting for the majority of this video about the way the Sims run. So, all right. But as for all of the house, as you see, I decided to go for more of like a modern, contemporary, I don't know, for a bit of a modern niche style, I would say. I was trying to make this house like cozy and nice and spacious, but I couldn't have cluttered it a lot because I did not have that much of money. Because as you have seen, I had maybe a couple of thousands of millions when I started placing all of the decor. And as this house is kind of big, I needed a lot of decor to fill this house. And yeah, in this whole house, I just tried to make kids' bedroom kind of looking silly, because I know that some of this stuff I would not place in normal kids' bedroom while building in The Sims, because it's a bit too much, even for kids' bedroom. So in here, I thought this is 100 baby challenge. If anywhere I can place some silly stuff for the kids, this is the time. Like 100 baby challenge is the perfect opportunity to place anything silly for the kids. That's my opinion. That is just literally my opinion. Like, you can place a lot of stupid stuff for kids in 100 baby challenge, and that won't look stupid because you have millions of kids. All of these millions of kids may have, I don't know, different hobbies. So that is why they need a lot of kids stuff. And maybe something extremely silly can be hidden behind something that is just silly. So I just thought that in this 100 baby challenge house, I can place some fun wallpapers in the kids' bedroom, some fun rugs in the kids' bedroom. And I actually still had to stop a little bit myself because I was running out of money, and some fun wallpapers are kind of expensive in The Sims. And I thought about placing some maybe silly art, like maybe tragic clown portrait in the infant's bedroom, but then I thought that no, I'm not doing that. I'm placing tragic clown portrait in almost every single one of my builds, not in the kids' bedroom. So I had to stop myself in there. But we do not have a tragic clown portrait in this 100 baby challenge house, so do not worry. But we have a lot of flowers, and as I'm figuring out all of the landscaping for this house, I think I might skip right into the game because we are waited by a quite a long of room tour. So alright, this is the house. This is like my yellow heaven because Julia likes yellow. At least I decided so. And this is how this house looks on the side. I know that it's kind of a simple design for the house, but I just think that it kind of still looks okay. I like these columns. But this is the front of the house, and this is that tiny overhang I was telling you about. And these are actually island living tiny floor pieces sized down. So I'm gonna place it back. I do not need it to bother me. And if you didn't know, they actually size down like normally, because windows, as you know, they size down and they still leave like a gap, the gap all the way around them. Like if I do that, like you see, there is a gap. But these ones do not. Why Sims Team cannot do the same with the windows, I do not know. But this works fine. And as I'm saying that, let us go inside. So on the inside, we have like no entryway, I would say, except for this tiny entryway table. We have a mirror so you can check yourself before you leave the house, and all of the doors in this house are the same. Here we have the thermostat. Here we have some pictures of Julia with her kids. Also here we have pictures of Julia with the man she had kids with. And in here I decided to place a spare desk in case I will need another computer in here. And in here we have quite a generic, I would say, kitchen, but it's kind of modern looking and kind of country kitchen, but it's kind of country modern, I don't know. And from the kitchen, we have this like huge open archway to our back patio where we have our painting club area, as you might have guessed, because we have millions of easels in here. And this woodworking table, but that just in case somebody wants to build up their handiness skill. that is pretty much it for the common area. And I'm planning to lock this door so that this area is only Julia's. And in here we have that hallway bathroom I was talking about with the tiny shower in it. And in the Julia's area, we are gonna have this like office looking. It's kind of empty now, but I was thinking maybe I can place a couple of bookshelves around here, maybe flowers so that it looks a bit more filled. In here we have our jewelry table, jewelry making, and we have our bed in here. Also, Julia has her own bathroom where she can take a bath and just relax from all of the kids she's having. And out here, we have a couple of lounge chairs, a charging table for our crystals, and I think that I might place maybe a bar in here so that it's like a Julia's private balcony. And I really like the way I've made this pergola look or overhang. I don't know how I should call that, but I try to make it look as if it's built in into this trim. So this is the widest trim we have, and in here I just did place a skinny fence we have from Get to Work, a trim for display table maybe or something like that, and we have a trim in here, and inside we have this kind of fancy looking pergola, I would say, or awning. So I think that that looks really cute and really fancy. So I decided to leave it here. And so Julia has some kind of a lounge area all for herself to relax from her kids. And I do not tell her that that is wrong. And here, towards all of our bedrooms and the kitchen, we have a hallway. From this hallway, we can access all of the kids' bedrooms. And one of them is our toddler bedroom. I decided to make colorful beds for here, some fun cloudy wrap. And I would have never used this wallpaper if it was not 100 Baby Challenge because it is too bright for my eyes. I believe that I want to cry because of its brightness. In the toddler bedroom, we have a tiny fridge for the toddlers, just for them not to be have to walk all the way to the kitchen to grab some food for them. In here we have our cat Blarfy, our toys shelf. And here we have some blocks. We have quite an empty of a bathroom with only a bathtub because we do not need anything else in here. And as we go further, in here we have our infant's bedroom. And in the infant's bedroom, we have a changing table because only infants need a changing table. And we have here this colorful wallpaper. I use that quite a lot in my builds. And in here we have a high chair just in case you want to give your infants a chance to try some finger foods or first baby foods. And in here we also have quite an empty of bathroom. I thought about placing here a shower, but I ran out of money, so we did not have it in here. But we have a bathtub just for you to be able to bathe your infants because they blow out a lot. And the last bedroom is our teens and kids bedroom. In here I decided to make like two areas. In here we have like one of the bedrooms, in here we have another of the bedrooms. And I was imagining that maybe this is kids area, this is teens area. And I know that we have quite a lot of windows for a bedroom in here and we do not have any curtains, but as I said, we ran out of money and this build is messed on the gallery because as you've seen we have this wallpaper on the outside. So silly of me. You will need to fix that if you want to download this house. But in here, in this bedroom, we have a craft table for kids. We have a space in the middle of the room for some projects. And I decided to make it like in here, like directly in the middle. Because outside, if it's gonna storm, my kids will be struck by lightning. And I don't want it to happen. And inside, we have quite a lot of space. So I thought that that's a perfect spot for our project. So we have it in here and it's partly finished already. And in here we have a computer just in case maybe some of your teens want to build some skills with the computer. And that is pretty much it. I decided to kind of sneak in a decor box in here and do not bother about that because you won't see that anyway because most certainly you're gonna play like that so you will not see what's inside the chimney. But in here we have a decor box. I kind of like sneaking it into the chimneys because it's not visible in here and it's not bothering anybody. And this is our house. So that is pretty much the build. If you like this build, it's already on my gallery. My gallery name is Globeron, just like my YouTube name, and I put hashtag Globeron on every single one of my builds on the gallery. So I think that you can easily find it in there. And I think that that is pretty much the build. So if you like videos like that, you can subscribe to my channel. And I think that this must be a goodbye.